What does ECW mean to me? To me, it's not just about the extreme violence, the non-stop chaos, or the art of professional wrestling being done. No, to me, ECW is about the fan base, those loud, screaming fans that want to see the violence, chaos, and professional wrestling. After a little bit of a hiatus, the Land of Extreme is officially back with the reboot. Only this time there are no egotistical billionaires to wreck it. Not for the money, not for the fame, no, it's for the passion. It's for the sexy women kicking the shit out of each other, the great pro athletes bashing each other in the face. Tonight we have a night full of action. The tag team division is the most stacked it has ever been, and we will see 4 of the best teams in the world compete for the ECW World Tag Team Championships. Additionally, we will have a 6-man ladder match to crown the new ECW World Television Champion, featuring 6 very hungry contenders looking to break through. In other news, my best friend in the world, CM Punk, will be out there in that ring to issue an open challenge, free to be answered by anybody willing to step to him. In a triple threat, no-holds-barred contest for the ages, 3 of the baddest women on the planet go to war to crown the first ever ECW Women's Champion. And last but not least, in your main event, the finals of the ECW World Championship Tournament, as 2 of the very best go head-to-head to crown our first modern ECW World Champion of the series. I hope you're ready for a great night full of action with fun matches to come. Ladies and gentlemen, ECW brings to you ECW One Night Stand 3 live in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Let's get this show on the fucking road, bitches.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to One Night Stand 3 live from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host and commentator, NR23, and we are officially here. We are back here with ECW, and it is the 3rd installment of the epic One Night Stand event, kicking off this series, the first pay-per-view event of this series. Let's get right into the show, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a stacked night set up for you guys here tonight. We are going to be kicking off with the ECW Television Championship ladder match between 6 very hungry challengers, and they are all ready to get their hands on championship gold, but there can only be one winner, and that winner will have to climb a ladder and retrieve the ECW Television Championship. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. It's time for absolute chaos. We got 6 worthy challengers who have all made their claims that they are gunning for the World Television Championship. We're kicking off with Buddy Matthews of the House of Black, representing the House of Black, and coincidentally, he's not the only member representing the House of Black in this matchup here tonight. But Buddy Matthews kicks off the show, kicks off the match, makes his way to the ring first. Man, oh man, it's great to be here, ladies and gentlemen. This crowd is red hot, this ECW crowd. We are so glad to be back with ECW, the series that should have never been stopped. It's officially back due to popular request, and this time it's here to stay. Buddy Matthews looks laser focused, representing the House of Black. Maybe he'll be able to bring some championship gold back to the House of Black, but not if the 5 other competitors in this match have something to say about it, including this man right here, Andrade. Andrade has done a lot for himself in this business. He's dominated. He's done pretty good for himself, especially back in NXT Black and Gold. And for a short time, he did have some momentum growing over at AEW, but now he's here in the Land of Extreme. Zelina Vega isn't here with him tonight. He's going at it alone in this ladder match. He's going to have to try and climb and retrieve that championship. But what a great champion this man would make. That's for sure. Andrade is one of the best wrestlers in the world. One of the great in-ring technicians, but will that help him in a matchup like this? I'm not so sure. But this man is no stranger to championship gold. But remember, there's also other competitors in this matchup. And this man is making his series debut, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the NR23 series. It's Penta El Zero Miedo. Penta, one of the newer additions to the roster and to ECW. But when you think of the World Television Championship, I think Penta would be a perfect choice to start the series as champion. He's looking good, looking great. He's going to be going at it for himself. He's got no Ray Phoenix at his side in this matchup to help him out. But I'm sure he's not going to back down to the other 5 competitors that will be in the ring with him here tonight. This man is so popular. Everyone loves him. How could you not? Penta El Zero Miedo, doing amazing things. His connection with the crowd is incredible. And like I was saying, folks, Buddy Matthews is not the only member of the House of Black representing the House of Black in this ladder match. Another man who is representing is none other than Brody King, an ally of Buddy Matthews. It might be smart for them to team up a little bit in this matchup and create a short-term alliance, but you know, at some point, one person has to climb the ladder and retrieve the championship. This match is supposed to be every man for themselves. We'll see how this goes. But I know Buddy Matthews and Brody King respect each other, and they both know what's on the line here. This isn't about tag team championship gold. This is about singles championship gold. This is about the television championship. This is about finding out who starts the series, being the king of the mid-card division over on the land of Extreme. It's definitely exciting to witness, that's for sure. Speaking of talents that could be the king of the mid-card division, what about this man, ladies and gentlemen? The Samoan Submission Machine. He's been dominating multiple promotions across the world. Been king of television in many companies. King of the mid-card in ROH, TNA, AEW, WWE. When you think mid-card championships, Samoa Joe's name has gotta be what comes out of your mouth when describing talents that have absolutely dominated the scene for years. Samoa Joe looks to repeat history here tonight, but this time looking to become the first modern ECW World Television Champion. We'll see if he can do it. And ladies and gentlemen, this is real interesting. Another competitor looking to make a statement, bring up his name value in the mid-card division. I'm talking about Dragon Lee. One of the best talents, one of the most underappreciated talents in my opinion. A great luchador, a great professional wrestler. He represents Hispanic heritage very well. But tonight, he's looking to become the champion as well. He's looking to live all the glory. He's looking to become more famous. Can he do it here tonight? And as you can see, as the ring will start to fill up, you'll notice different variations of talents, different types of talents all over the world. Different guys representing different types of wrestling, all coming together, but all have the same goal, as to climb the ladder and get that championship. We're going to see who can do it here tonight, because we're taking off the show in style with a ladder match. Who doesn't like a classic ladder match? As the crowd's already going crazy, the bell goes off, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the live chat, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the UniverseMode series. ECW, the Land of Extreme, is back. and all 6 competitors competing for the television championship are now going at it. Chaos is already broken out here in the early stages, in the early going. If you're in the live chat, we're going to try and keep track of everything going on here. Who do you got to pull down that championship? Who starts off the series as the first ECW World Television Champion in the modern times? Different wrestlers representing different promotions, even different wrestlers representing different teams even. You've got Buddy Matthews and Brody King representing the House of Black. You got Penta, Andrade, and Dragon Lee representing that Hispanic heritage greatly. And then you got Samoa Joe, who's just a veteran in this industry. He's done everything you can think. He's definitely not someone to gloss over in a matchup like this either. As the ladder's already getting put to use, coming into play. As the chaos erupts, there can only be one winner. As Matthews gets shoved into the corner against the ladder, and Penta looking to attack him. You got Dragon Lee going after Andrade outside the ring. And now you've got Joe, Penta, and Buddy Matthews brawling in the ring. And Brody King makes his way back in the ring, looking to save Buddy Matthews perhaps. Bringing in a table. See if that will be put to good use. As King knocks down Joe. Utter chaos here, ladies and gentlemen. And now Brody King got Samoa Joe and drops him down with the driver. And now Penta looking to capitalize. And Buddy Matthews breaks it up. Are we looking at a potential short-term alliance like I was talking about during the entrance? And now wait a minute. Brody King breaks it up. And Buddy Matthews isn't so happy. He grapples Brody King. Are they going to do it right here? And no, they're actually still going to team up. They're trapping Penta into the corner. And now Penta looking to fight back here. And Andrade has a prosthetic arm from under the ring. Wonder who put that under there. Probably something to do with Paul Heyman. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Heyman will also be here tonight. Paul Heyman explained it perfectly in the opening intro that ECW's back, and ECW were ready to bring the hot fire, the most sexy women kicking ass, about the professional male athletes bashing each other in the face. That's what ECW is all about here in the NR23 universe. Now Samoa Joe grabbing that limb once again, and now attacks Brody King with it. And now Brody King, though, pops right back up and takes down Samoa Joe. As you can see in the middle of the ring, the ladder's already being put in play. As Dragon Lee and Penta go at it. Now Penta looking to go at Andrade. And now Brody King, just chaos in the middle of the ring. Going to be teaming up with Buddy again, but no, Penta and Andrade have other plans. They break up the short-term alliance of King and Matthews. Now Andrade goes at Penta, picking him up, fireman's carry position. Oh my goodness, trips him up over the top rope. And now Dragon Lee going at Andrade. Now Dragon Lee climbed the ladder. The first person to attempt to get the World Television Championship, but no, Matthews stops him. And now King and Penta. Penta trying to toss the ladder. Oh my goodness, look out. Dragon Lee gets pushed off the ladder and shoved right into Brody King below. Like a bowling ball, knocking down the row of pins. Insane offense. And a great show of strength and strategy from Penta. And now, Samoa Joe sets up the table. Andrade has set up a ladder. What's going to happen here? And now Joe looking to grapple Andrade, but Andrade counters. And Andrade now float over neck breaker. Brody King grabs Dragon Lee. And now King has whip, but no, Dragon Lee counters. And now Dragon Lee potentially saving Samoa Joe from being put through that table. Not sure what he was thinking there. Looking to attack Joe, but no, Joe moves out the way. And now Joe, can he capitalize here? Now Samoa Joe, Irish whip off the ladder. Samoa Joe going to a dangerous place now. And once again, Lee's face in midsection, bouncing off those ladders repeatedly. Once again, come on. Samoa Joe going to a dangerous place right there. They're going to apply some real damage to Dragon Lee. Now Dragon Lee though counters. And now Dragon Lee grabs Samoa Joe. Look out. Power block to the tail. But wait a minute, Andrade looking to hook the championship. Can he grab the championship? And no, he crashes and burns. Andrade has crashed and burned. This crowd is loving this insult, ladies and gentlemen. What's Matthews looking at? Matthews on the top of the ladder. Now Brody King destroyed the Alliance. They had a short-term alliance, but now Penta grabs Andrade. Oh my God! Package pile driver on the ladder. Package pile driver on the ladder. Andrade's out, and now Joe. Oh my goodness! Takes out Matthews, and then Lee. Oh my! Operation Dragon on the ladder. What chaos, ladies and gentlemen! This matchup has completely broken down in carnage and chaos. Now Lee and Joe in the ring with Penta and King. And now Penta goes to the outside, maybe looking for another strategic move. And now Dragon Lee counters Brody King. And now Matthews on the outside with Penta. And now takes down Penta. And now Dragon Lee's got a ladder in the center of the ring. Can Dragon Lee capitalize? Dragon Lee could use that quickness to his advantage. Moving the ladder around. And now look at him. Using that speed and momentum. And now he saw Andrade. Smart move. He saw Andrade was going to flip the ladder over. But he wasn't enough. He wasn't quick enough to stop that springboard drop kick from Andrade right there. Now Andrade going, climbing the ladder. Can Andrade get it now? And now Andrade and Lee on the ladder while everyone else is outside the ring. Going back and forth here. This does not look safe at all as they're blowing on the ladder. Oh my, and Dragon Lee takes a nasty fall. And Andrade looking to hook the championship again. Can El Idolo do it? And now Penta pulls him down. Penta spoils the party for Andrade. And now Joe though. Slow Joe. Oh my. Mexican Destroyer. But now Joe looking to capitalize and grab the TV title. And now Penta quickly makes his way up. And now Dragon Lee and Brody King are going to break up the party. Oh no. Joe got two hands on the title. And now Lee and King looking to break this up. And now Joe and Penta though are resilient. They're both countering it. And now Lee and King bring them both down. And now, a chair shot from Matthews to his own partner. But again, folks, it ain't about partnerships in this match. As Matthews drops him with the Murphy's Law, drops Penta with Murphy's Law on a ladder. Just brutal. And now, bicycle V-strike. Will Matthews perhaps be able to capitalize here? Maybe climb the ladder, and no, he goes after Dragon Lee instead. And now another knee strike right to the face. Andrade brings in another ladder. More toys to play with in this matchup. And now Brody King. What's Brody King doing? Brody King looking like he can't really reach the title from there. And now wait a minute, he's going to the tippy top. What's Brody King doing? Look out below, but he misses completely. Thanks to the physics of WWEGames. Brody King crashes and burns. And Andrade now. Oh my goodness, face buster. Modified face buster. And now Dragon Lee looking to get the championship, but Joe and Andrade pushed him off. Dragon Lee's attempted multiple times as Joe gets laid out with the elbow. And now Matthews and Andrade battling in the ring as Penta gets back in and now King gets back in it. The ring started to fill up a little bit again. And now Penta has a whip and Lee goes out the ring. And now look at this, Matthews looking to steal it. Matthews, if he can reach for that title, he can potentially win this. So wait a minute, he's going to the top. And now wait a minute, he changes his mind. And now Brody King climbing. The two allies that are supposed to be friends on the top of the ladder, brawling now. And now Andrade breaks up the party. Andrade breaks it up. And now once again, Brody King goes to the top. And now he changes his mind. He was afraid he's going to go 0-2. And now Brody King, we're going to grab at the championship. Can Brody King do it? Can he get it? Can he do it? Did someone forget to pay the light bill? Paul Heyman, are we getting our bounce checks already? Is this a sign of what's to come? Wait a minute, holy shit! No! That's Aleister Black, the leader of the House of Black, and he stares at Brody King. King looks like he's seen a ghost, and now Aleister Black, what the hell? What is Black doing? What has gotten into Black? Black has just turned his back on Brody King. A superplex off the top of the ladder as Brody King crashes and burns to the mat below. What has gone into Aleister Black? Aleister Black has snapped. Aleister Black has snapped. Oh my, Black Massa Brody King. These guys are like brothers. Come on. Come on, Black. What has gotten into this man? Now the lights go out again. And now Black's gone. Brody King has been screwed out of the television championship by his own stablemate. But now we're getting back to the action as Penta, look at the wind up. Oh my goodness. Mexican destroyer to Andrade on the outside. And now Penta gets in the ring, and now he and Dragon Lee both climbing the ladders. Two of the best luchadors in the world, representing that Hispanic heritage well. But there can only be one winner as they are brawling back and forth on the ladder. Which one of these two can get the better of this exchange? Dragon Lee is stunned a little bit, and now staring at Penta, he grabs at Penta. Wait a minute, oh my god! Swinging neck breaker from the top of the ladder. This place is going crazy. This is what the Land of Extreme is all about. What a match this has been. And now it's Lee thinking. And now Lee, Irish whip to the outside, and he knocks Penta off the apron. And oh, wait a minute, Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine is back in the mix. And now what's Joe thinking? Going under the ring, and now he's got another ladder. Oh man, look at the size of that thing. Wedging it between the apron and the barricade. And now Joe goes at Dragon Lee, throws him into the ladder. And now, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, did you hear that thud on the ladder? Joe is absolutely ruthless. And now, oh no, he got Dragon Lee up. Oh no. Powerbomb through the ladder. Good God. Dragon Lee could be broken in half. His back could be broken. Joe gets in the ring, and now Matthews looking to capitalize, but Joe counters. And now Joe, super kick to Matthews. And Joe grabs the ladder. What's he thinking? He places it in the center of the ring. In a down position. He grabs Matthews. Irish whip into the corner. And oh no. Joe, think about this. No. This move has ended countless careers. Oh my. Muscle buster. On the edge of the ladder. Matthews' neck has got to be cooked. My goodness. What an exchange as Joe sets up the ladder. Samoa Joe climbing the ladder. Is this it? Can Samoa Joe do it? He grabs up the championship. Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine, grabs up the championship. And Samoa Joe is the modern ECW World Television Champion. Joe starts the series off as champion. The king of TV is the king once again. The king of the television title. Joe has done it again. After a nasty muscle buster, he climbed the ladder and did it. Samoa Joe is champion. What a match. Well, there's sure to be more surprises to come in the future for ECW folks, but speaking of surprises, coming up next, CM Punk will host an open challenge. It will be answered by a surprise opponent. Who will answer the open challenge? We will find out up next, as CM Punk will be out there live. This is a really interesting scenario, folks. CM Punk, ever since the Land of Extreme was announced to come back, on the first 2 episodes, he would start to think. He would try to recover, because the last time we seen him was at WrestleMania 41, where he wasn't so successful, we'll just say. He wasn't in the best of moods, and as you can hear, this crowd going crazy for CM Punk. They love CM Punk here. CM Punk, one of the absolute best in the world. He calls himself the best in the world. And who better to represent the rebrand of ECW than with CM Punk? CM Punk was thinking he's trying to get back on track, trying to get back into the win column. And he made it known. He's been telling Paul Heyman for weeks. He wants to face a certain somebody. He wants an open challenge. And he figured the best place to request that at is none other than ECW One Night Stand 3. The third installment of One Night Stand. And CM Punk's looking for a big time win. But the big question on his mind and everybody else's is who is that mystery opponent? And is it really someone who he's wanted to face for a while now? That's one hint he did give us. But it's time to see, ladies and gentlemen, who it is. Let's all find out together. Who is it? Wait a minute. No freaking way. You've got to be kidding me. We heard that music from anywhere. It is one of the greatest of all time. Some say the best technical wrestler of all time. Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson is here in the Land of Extreme. And he's here to go up against longtime rival and at some points in time, even an ally in CM Punk. Wow, who could have predicted this? Bryan Danielson is back, and this time he's home in ECW. And folks, ECW, as we all know, isn't just about the weapons, the hardcore matches, or the death matches, or the bloodbaths. It's also where the cruiserweights started. It's also where great technical wrestlers started. ECW is where they started. A lot of the all-time greats started in ECW and are the best technicians in the world. And this guy is just that. Some say he's the best technician of all time. But if not first, he's definitely top 5. What an iconic moment this is, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to have this at ECW One Night Stand. A classic could be incoming, folks. These two know each other pretty well. Here we go, if you're in the live chat. Who do you got to win this matchup? Will it be CM Punk? Will it be Bryan Danielson? Bryan Danielson has been revealed to be the mystery. What a gift we're getting here at One Night Stand as they lock up. These two have a storied history, and it looks like it's going to continue here tonight. Another chapter in this story being written the ECW way this time, as Punk pops him in the mouth. And now locking up again. Who can get the better of the exchange? Again, I've already said it many times, but it has to be stressed. Bryan Danielson, one of, if not the best technicians in the world. Locking up with him, probably not the best idea. Now the referee getting involved, and Bryan sneaks in a kick right to the midsection. And now, kick right to the knee. Bryan Danielson looking to roll him up. Can he steal it? And no, Punk kicks out. And now Punk counters. And now Punk with a small package. Leverage pin of his own, but it's not enough. As you can see, slow and methodical. Starting off the match. Two technicians at their best. As Bryan with the leapfrog. And now German suplex to CM Punk. And now Bryan Danielson trying to kick him, but CM Punk was one step ahead. Irish whip, leapfrog, and now, oh my goodness, power slam to the American Dragon. And the American Dragon may need a breather right here already. And he stares at Punk. And now Punk looking for a suicide dive, but nobody's home. Look out below. Punk crashes and burns. And now Danielson looking to go to a crazy place. Goes off the ropes. Suicide dive, but no. Punk dodges. Punk had an answer for the Dragon. And now Punk. Springboard clothesline to Bryan Danielson. Taking down Danielson. And now kicks right to the legs. Irish whip. Over the top rope. And now Punk looking to size up Danielson. Off the ropes. Can he get it this time? Yes, he does this time. Suicide dive successful on attempt number 2. Taking out Danielson outside the ring. But now Danielson counters. Danielson's very quick. You gotta be quick when it comes to attacking Danielson. And now Danielson full of himself. Can't blame him. The American Dragon feeling it here tonight. I think he and CM Punk are both feeling this matchup. And now Danielson, the knee right to the back. Last time we saw these guys together in the ring was back at Over the Limit in 2012. During the height of CM Punk's WWE Championship run in the WWE. But now Bryan Danielson locked in a Romero special, but turned it into a Dragon Sleeper. Romero special, Dragon Sleeper hybrid. Punk is stuck in the submission hold. Can he escape? Danielson's got it locked in tight here. This is not something you want to get into Danielson with. You do not want to let him get fired up, get warmed up with these submissions, with this great technique, this great array of technical offense. But CM Punk's a pretty good technician in his own right. But still, you do not want to get into that battle with Bryan Danielson. But maybe CM Punk wants to. Maybe he wants to. And a caught device. And a caught device. And now Danielson, like I was saying, quickly gets out of it. Knees Punk right in the back of the head. To get out of it, and now discus punch right to the face. And now back and forth here. A little bit back and forth in this matchup here. And now Punk, Irish whip. Catches him off the ropes. Massive neck breaker. That signature neck breaker that Punk usually applies. And speaking of applying, here we go. A submission of CM Punk's. Can he lock it in? And CM Punk locks in the Muda lock. Locked in tight. Taking a page out of Bryan Danielson's playbook with the submission. Muda lock locked in. Will the American Dragon tap out? Will he be forced to give up here? Will he tap out here in the Hammerstein Ballroom? And no, Danielson escapes. And CM Punk maybe needs a breather, rolls out the ring. Danielson off the ropes. Look out below. Suicide dive of his own. A little receipt from earlier tonight when Punk hit him with the suicide dive outside the ring. And now Danielson, oh my goodness, drops him right on the barricade. And those barricades, that type of barricade hurts more than the prototypical WWE productive type of barricade, because that is straight steel. Straight steel bar right into the back of Punk. And now Danielson looking to capitalize here. The American Dragon now going to the top rope. Look out, missile drop kick. The American Dragon's on fire and full control right now. Taking the fight to the so-called self-proclaimed best in the world. And now Danielson with a Regal Plex. Regal Plex. Is that it? Can he do it? And Punk kicks out. A great maneuver to wear down CM Punk. And now Punk dragging to his feet. Chop right to the chest. And now kick right to the gut. Danielson looking to avenge his losses in the past to Punk, especially back in 2012. And now looking for the knee, but no, Punk stops him. Punk able to interrupt the Psycho knee, intercept, and hits him. Looking to come back into this matchup, sweeps the leg out from under him. And now gets Danielson back to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. And now that signature knee into the clothesline. Punk may be feeling it here. Can CM Punk get back into this matchup? He might have Danielson where he wants him. And he got him with the signature elbow. Shout out to the Macho Man. Can he do it? No. Danielson kicks out. The American Dragon living to fight another day. But more damage is being applied by CM Punk. And now looking for the GTS. Can he hit it? But Danielson resisting. Elbows right to the head. And now, wait a minute. Cattle mutilation. And CM Punk gets his leg on the rope. What a save. CM Punk. Smart strategy. Great move on his part to get the rope break. But now Danielson is just dragging him to the more close to the center of the ring. And now wait a minute. There's no running this time. This time he's got it locked in fully. Not near the ropes this time. Cattle mutilation fully locked in this time. CM Punk is in trouble. Will he be forced to tap out? Or will he go to sleep here tonight? Will he go to sleep himself? Thanks to a Danielson submission hold. Can CM Punk get out of it? Can he escape? And now Punk looking to do just that, and he does. With the elbow right in the mouth. Gets Danielson off of him. And now takes Danielson and now applies the Koji clutch. Koji clutch locked in. These two trading submissions at this point. Both of them great technicians. Can one of them make the other tap out? With the Koji clutch applied, you have to wonder if it's over for Danielson. And no, Danielson stays in it. And now another exchange, another submission hold. Oh no, triangle choke. Triangle choke. Locked in on the straight edge savior. Locked in tight. Can Danielson make Punk tap or pass out here? He's got that choke locked in. It's on Punk. His legs wrapped around his neck, preventing Punk from breathing. This isn't good. He could lose consciousness. He could lose consciousness right here. Can Punk escape? Punk is stuck. And now Punk resisting. Punk now drops Danielson, slams him down on the mat to get out of it. Punk's lucky he was able to escape that. It looked like for a minute his eyes were rolling into the back of his head. And now Punk looking to make a comeback into this matchup. Clothesline over the top rope. CM Punk looking to get back in it here. Can he do it? Irish whip back into the ring. Punk means business right now. And now Punk with another submission. And a car device. And a car device locked in on Danielson. Will Danielson tap? Is it over? These two trading submissions as if they're trading blows. Who will outlast the other? Who will be the better technician? And now Danielson knees Punk in the back of the head. Danielson has had an answer for CM Punk on virtually everything, but so has Punk. And now Danielson flips over, off the ropes, dodges the clothesline, and now hits him with a flying clothesline. Danielson is on fire. The American Dragon is on fire. Irish whip into the corner. And now, propping Punk up and punches him down. CM Punk takes a fall to the outside. Things are getting wild. Can Danielson, though, get him back in the ring? Yes, he does. The American Dragon is not playing around here, folks. He grabs CM Punk. Gets him into the corner again. What's he thinking here? Props him up on the top rope. Danielson could be going high risk here. Looking for an avalanche German suplex, but CM Punk counters. CM Punk counters, and now Punk goes to the top. Danielson stunned. High cross body to Danielson. And now, can Punk capitalize here? Looking for another GTS, looking for one. Can he land it? No. Danielson escapes again. Ash whip into the corner. And now turns Punk around. Looking for another attempt. As he props Punk up again. Oh no. Danielson. Avalanche Snapdragon off the top. Snapdragon off the top. Goes for the cover. Can Danielson win this? And no, he can't put Punk away still. What a match this has been. And now Punk gets right back. And now Danielson drops him again. Danielson growing a little frustrated here. Discus forearm strike right to the face. And now once again, Danielson losing his cool a little bit. Trying to do what it takes to keep Punk down, but he just can't keep him down. And now Danielson, once again, looking for the Psycho knee. Can he land it? No. Punk dodges again. Punk dodges again. Danielson gets intercepted. And he gets picked right back up. And now Punk rolls him up with the schoolboy. Can Punk get it? And Punk gets it. Punk with the schoolboy defeats Bryan Danielson. Danielson was looking for that Psycho knee. CM Punk dodges. He rolled him up. And he got a victory over Bryan Danielson. What a match that was. CM Punk is victorious in the open challenge. CM Punk wins. What an encounter between those two legends in this business, going at it for what they love, what they believe in, and it's Punk coming out on top. And now wait a minute, Bryan Danielson back to his feet, offering a handshake to CM Punk, and some great sportsmanship. I love to see it. Danielson showing some respect to CM Punk. Even after the roll-up, Danielson shows some respect as CM Punk now playing with the crowd. And wait a minute! Danielson with a Psycho knee out of nowhere. It was a trick. It was all a mind game. Danielson being a sore loser. salty about the loss. He shook this man's hand, and now he's blindsided him from behind. And now, oh no, rapid fire stomps into the chest. We need Paul Heyman out here. We need the authorities out here. Danielson has lost it. Danielson assaulting CM Punk after the matchup. And this crowd here, this ECW crowd, doesn't approve what has gone into Danielson. Danielson has had enough. Danielson has snapped, and oh no, taking the arm, blocking it in tight. Danielson has lost it. Danielson has gone ballistic. What is going on here? Danielson taking out his aggressions on CM Punk, being a sore loser.
Folks, I'm lead backstage ECW analyst Byron Saxton here, enjoying the start of the ECW Reboot with you all. I'm so excited, and I'm here with MJF. Hey there, Maxwell, was just looking to get a word with you. As you can tell, it's a legendary night with the return of ECW. Isn't this great? And are you enjoying this as much as we are?
Look, first of all, Saxton, only I can do the MJF thing, not you, so watch your mouth before I slap you silly. Second, excited isn't the word I'd use, no. Disgusted and grossed out would be more accurate. I mean, have you been out there in the arena tonight to smell those pigs up close in person? It's absolutely disgusting. These dipshits chant for ECW, yet won't even take a shower. Why the hell should I be excited about a reboot of a company that died in bankruptcy in 2001? Seems like we're moving backwards, if anything. I mean, this is a company that got viewership based on the disgusting pieces of shit that all look like beaten down truck drivers. I mean, I respect Paul Heyman to an extent, but I'm just hoping he doesn't bounce our checks like the first time. As far as those people of New York City, they can all go to hell because Long Island is much better than this coke-infested rat shithole.
With all due respect, Maxwell, this place gives so much nostalgia from our childhood. Don't you think you're being irrational?
What the hell did you just say to me, Byron? Are you trying to make a fool out of me? You know what? Fuck this company. Fuck Paul Heyman, and fuck you too, Byron.
Well, geez, Maxwell, tell us how you really feel. Tell us. Let out all your emotions. And now he flips off Saxton. Oh, come on, he's our analyst. He's our analyst, Maxwell. And oh, wait a minute, what the hell? What the hell? MJF taking out his aggressions on Byron Saxton. Come on, Byron's just an innocent bystander. He's just trying to ask the tough questions. And he gets shown the ultimate act of disrespect as MJF assaulting Saxton. And MJF hits him with a chair. Now kendo stick. MJF has lost it. I think this crowd is getting to this guy's head. That's what I think is going on. MJF has gone ballistic. And he's taken out our lead backstage analyst, Byron Saxton. Hopefully we don't have to replace him. Absolutely despicable actions at the hands of MJF. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move on. We got to move on because it's time for some tag team action. And not just any ordinary tag team match. I'm talking about the ECW World Tag Team Championship match between four of the best teams on ECW, starting off with a veteran tag team in the Motor City Machine Guns, making their first appearance in a while here in this series. But Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley were a classic tag team that dominated TNA, and now they're looking to repeat history, becoming the tag team champions here on the land of Extreme. We're going to see if they can bring the hot fire here to New York. See if they can get a win here. But they have three other teams to worry about. And one of the teams that they have to worry about is this team right here. Another veteran tag team. You already know the vibes. It's time to see none other than the Hardy Boys. It is official. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy have signed to ECW, ladies and gentlemen, as a tag team. What hasn't this team done? This team has been dominating, dating back to the Attitude Era. And here they are tonight, back and somehow looking better than ever before. They're looking to regain some tag team championship gold. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the last entrance, this isn't just an ordinary tag team match. This is a fatal 4-way tornado tag team match with no disqualifications and no countouts. So this is going to be another chaotic bout just like the ladder match earlier tonight. But this time, it's two people working together. 4 teams, 2 guys on each team working together. You gotta wonder which team will have this on lock. We'll find out. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new tag team. A team that just came together. They are named the Limitless Alphas. It's none other than the Alpha Male Monty Brown and Keith Lee. These two absolute units, these two hosses have came together looking for some tag team championship gold. They both be pouncing people into the other dimensions. They be pouncing people into outer space. These two are ready to go to war together. They're both huge. Both are trying to make an impact, and maybe, just maybe, they'll pounce their way to victory here tonight. But not if this team has anything to say. The 4th tag team in this matchup. Another example of 2 guys coming together, but these two are closer than you think, ladies and gentlemen. It is none other than Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. 2 guys who have reached a common bond and goal. After spending a few years apart, they've come back together, they've come back around. They become very good friends again, and they're looking for tag team championship gold. And you know, these two were the tag team champions at the peak of AEW's popularity. And they're looking to replicate the same here in ECW. Looking to bring the tag team titles to complete relevancy. Can they do it here tonight? We'll see. But the other 3 teams also have a goal of winning the championship. It's tough to say, but ladies and gentlemen, make your predictions in the comments section. Which team walks out as the modern ECW World Tag Team Champions? There's the championship right there, folks. Get your predictions and votes in the comments section and in the live chat. Tornado match, 4-way, no DQ, no countout. First team to score the pinfall wins. Non-elimination, no elimination, just straight up 1 fall to finish. We got 4 very elite tag teams, no pun intended for Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, as they were a part of the elite in AEW. But you've got a good mix of talents in there. You got veterans, you got a new team in Keith Lee and Monty Brown looking to make an impact here. You've got Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. You've got the 2 veteran tag teams in the Motor City Machine Guns and the Hardy Boys. And the Hardy Boys are unks at this point. They're the 2 unks of the match, but I wouldn't count them out. They've been so successful over the years. As there's pure chaos to kick off this matchup, folks. Once again, I want to thank you guys for joining here tonight. Hope you've enjoyed the show thus far. Much more action to come here tonight. We still got the triple threat, no holds barred, Extreme Rules Women's World Championship matchup that will crown the first ever ECW Women's World Champion in the series, and actually ever, as there was no ECW Women's Champion back in the original installment of Retro ECW. And that will happen as Toni Storm and Roxanne Perez will be battling Kris Statlander, which will be explained later on more tonight in detail. Weasel her way into that match to make it a triple threat match at the end of the Women's Eliminators Tournament. We will explain more later on tonight. And in your main event tonight for the ECW Men's World Heavyweight Championship, who will become the modern champion as Will Ospreay does battle against Kevin Steen, the 2 finalists of that tournament. It will all conclude later on tonight. More action to come. But we're here right now to focus on some tag team action as it's pure chaos right now. as everyone is just attacking everyone, sort of like the ladder match, but there's no ladders or climbing ladders in this matchup. You must win by pinfall, and it's non-elimination, so one fall to a finish. The team that wins might have to get very lucky here with the amount of talent that's in and around the ring. And Omega's doing pretty good for himself right now. And outside the ring, Adam Page is dominating. But now Keith Lee is just taking down Kenny Omega. And now Keith Lee looking to dominate right here. He got him up. And now Keith Lee with a snake eyes over the top. And now German suplex Keith Lee, big Keith Lee dominating right now. Looking to get back to relevancy here as he gets taken out with a bulldog by Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, no stranger to tag team championship gold. But so is it Kenny Omega, Adam Page, and the Motor City Machine Guns. They've also held tag team championship gold. Keith Lee and Monty Brown are the only ones with inexperience. But tonight, maybe they will just pounce their way to victory as Kenny Omega crashing burns to the outside. Everyone dodges the suicide dive attempt. And now Matt Hardy looking to attack Monty Brown. Flips him over, drops him. And now Hangman saves the pin, saves the day. Saves Matt Hardy, saves the match from any possible pinfalls, as that's how you have to win this match, either at pinfall or submission. And now Chris Sabin looking to go at Jeff Hardy. And now Kenny Omega looking to make his way back into the ring. And now all the competitors are back in the ring, folks. More chaos ensuing right now. Which team can do this here tonight? And now Hangman and Matt Hardy taking the fight. And Jeff Hardy drops Alex Shelley with a drop kick. And you gotta wonder how anyone is supposed to get a pinfall victory when everyone is saving each other from the loss, because it is one pinfall, one finish in this matchup here. As Monty Brown with a massive F5 to Chris Sabin and Jeff Hardy. Yep, that's the point I was just talking about. Too many bodies. There's going to have to be great strategy to win this matchup. Whatever team is going to win this is going to have to use very smart strategy to win this matchup. And now Monty Brown with a pounce. Pounces Adam Page into next week. And now Adam Page takes a fall from Matt Hardy. And now pinfall, and no. Hangman kicks out. Matt Hardy was trying to steal it there, but he could not do it as Monty Brown with a DDT on Jeff Hardy. And the Motor City Machine Guns are working on Keith Lee and Kenny Omega outside the ring right now. And now Adam Page with the knee strikes to Monty Brown. Hangman Page has had a bit of a career resurgence and character development in the last few years. He can be the good cowboy that everyone likes. He could also be a very dangerous, evil individual. But the fact remains, he and Kenny Omega are trying to become World Tag Team Champions again, just like they once were in AEW. As the ring fills up once again, and now Kenny Omega with a one-winged angel and Jeff Hardy. And Chris Sabin breaks it up. As you can tell, Kenny Omega hitting the one-winged angel, but could not get the pinfall victory due to the interference from the other teams in the ring. And now Chris Sabin, springboard DDT. Matt Hardy's down. Chris Sabin goes to the top. But now Monty Brown trying to steal a pin. Get it here. And Hangman kicks out. That was pretty smart by Monty Brown, I must admit. Monty Brown doing a smart pin attempt there. He almost got it, but it wasn't enough. And now all the superstars going at it here. And now massive pounds to Chris Sabin. Keith Lee and Monty Brown working together. And another pounds. 2 pounces in a row. 1 from each. Monty Brown and Keith Lee taking the fight to Chris Sabin. And now Monty Brown turns his focus to Matt Hardy. And now Matt Hardy counters. As they're the only 2 in the ring. Everyone else is around the ring now. Perfect time to cash in on the opportunity here and try and eliminate and beat your opponent. But now Kenny and Hangman have got the Motor City Machine Guns. And now Kenny and Adam Page. Kenny gets up Sabin. One-winged angel after Page hits the Deadeye on the outside. Great teamwork by Omega and Hangman. As the Motor City Machine Guns are now down. It's not looking good for the Motor City Machine Guns. And a massive pounce. And another one. 2 pounces. 1 to each opponent. Keith Lee and Monty Brown are on fire. As Keith Lee throws Adam Page out the ring. What a sequence right there. And now a 2-on-1 situation for Kenny Omega. This is not looking good for the Cleaner. The Cleaner's going to have to try and fight his way out of this one as he's in a 2-on-1 situation. This is not good as Keith Lee taking his body, places him on the ropes. What's Keith Lee thinking? What's he thinking here? Irish whip. Keith Lee off the ropes. Oh my God! Pounce through the table. Through the table. Kenny Omega crashes and burns through the table. A pounce by Keith Lee to the outside of the ring. And now it's the Hardy Boys. They're back in the mix. It's 2v2. The Motor City Machine Guns and Omega and Hangman are down. Now's the perfect time to capitalize. This has become a 2-on-2 situation. Jeff has a chair. And what the? Wait a minute. What the hell's gotten into Jeff Hardy? Jeff Hardy just attacked Matt Hardy. What the hell is going on? Jeff has snapped and turned his attention to Matt Hardy. What's Jeff doing, damn it? What is Jeff doing? And now Jeff with a swanton bomb to the outside. My goodness. What has gotten into Jeff Hardy? And now twist of fate on the outside. What the hell is going on? Jeff Hardy has just taken out his brother Matt Hardy. This crowd doesn't approve. I don't think I've seen this look in Jeff Hardy before. And now Jeff Hardy walking away. What the hell has gotten into Jeff? And now Monty Brown, though, and Keith Lee gonna look to capitalize. There's championship gold on the line. This match is still going on. There's no DQ, no countouts, no elimination. And now Monty Brown with the pounce. He pounces Matt Hardy into next Tuesday. And now Keith Lee. Oh no. Keith Lee. Not this. Oh my goodness. Sit out spine buster. And that's it. Jeff Hardy screws Matt Hardy. And Monty Brown and Keith Lee take advantage. Limitless Alphas are the new and first modern ECW World Tag Team Champions. My goodness. The two masters of the pounce together are crowned the new champions. They've done it here. After a shocking turn of events from Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy was cost the match. And now Limitless Alphas are the ECW World Tag Team Champions. What a moment in history for this brand. And what a moment for Keith Lee and Monty Brown. These two have worked very hard to get back to this moment, and they were just capitalizing on the circumstances that were given to them. So Keith Lee and Monty Brown have done it. What a contest, folks. And now, wait a minute. That's Armando Estrada on the stage. What's he doing here? Armando Estrada used to manage the late great Umaga. What's Estrada doing here in the land of extreme? Keith Lee and Monty Brown look confused. They're as confused as we are. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Jacob Fatu and... No way. Is that Zilla Fatu? That's Jacob and Zilla. The Fatus are here. The Fatus are here. And they're assaulting Keith Lee and Monty Brown. Oh my goodness. Jacob drops him with the Impaler DDT. And Zilla drops him with the Samoan Spike. And now both go over the top and they landed. The splash and the moonsault. The Fatus are here. And they've just sent a message to the new champions. Now Jacob taunting in his face. And now Zilla's not done. Zilla with the Samoan Spike. Shout out to Umaga. But a message has been sent to the new ECW Tag Team Champions. My goodness. A statement was just made. And it looks like Estrada's here to manage these two. Seems like we have a new trio here in the land of extreme. And that looks like they're gunning right for the new ECW World Tag Team Champions. My goodness, folks. What an arrival here in ECW.
Look, I'm not saying to choose right here, right now. I'm just saying give it some thought. I see potential in you, Carmelo. You could be a big-time player if you join my team. We could take over this ECW reboot and dominate. I'm talking about building an empire for years to come. Yourself and my son right here. You guys on the same page would be incredible. Just give it some thought and let us know this week on ECW TV. Picture this, Carmelo Hayes and Team Taz. Nice ring to it and a nice way to enhance your career.
Well, coming up next, folks, it's time for some women's triple threat action. It's time to crown the first ever ECW Women's Champion in history. It's time to see Roxanne Perez, Toni Storm, and Kris Statlander in a three-way no-holds-barred contest. Live up next. It's now time for some women's triple threat championship action. We're about to witness history, folks. The first three women to compete in a triple threat match at an ECW pay-per-view event. And the first ever ECW Women's Championship matchup is about to happen. We start off with one of the women who actually went through the tournament and won the Women's Eliminators. She won her matchup on the first episode of ECW on the Reboot. On the first modern ECW episode, Roxanne Perez showed her talent and showed that she can hang with the main event scene here with the women in ECW. Roxanne Perez coming off of an amazing WrestleMania weekend earlier this year. Let's see if her momentum can keep going. Folks, when you think of extreme, when you think of getting hardcore, if you're thinking of the women's division, this woman may come to mind. Toni Storm. I think she represents ECW quite well. Toni Storm has been through a lot in the last few years. She went from getting embarrassed and a pie thrown in her face by Charlotte Flair in WWE to the absolute tippity top of the card in AEW when she was the AEW Women's World Champion, and now she's here in ECW. She also won her Women's Championship Eliminators on episode 2. And if anyone is bound to get extreme in a contest like this, it's Toni Storm. This woman has went to war with tons of talents as of late, to the likes of Mariah May over in AEW, and now she's about to go to war with two of the baddest women in professional wrestling. Hope she's ready, because I know Roxanne's ready, along with this woman right here, Kris Statlander. Now folks, Kris Statlander technically got into this match due to a technicality. I mean, the best example I can think of is back in 2006 when Kurt Angle snuck into the Battle Royal on SmackDown in 2006. When they had a Battle Royal for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship that year, Kurt Angle snuck his way into it and actually won it. Will we see the same here tonight as Kris Statlander has snuck her way into this matchup? And she didn't even have to compete in a women's eliminators match. And Paul Heyman's hands were tied in the situation, so he had no choice but to let this go on. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, three-way, no holds barred, Extreme Rules, anything goes, with three of the baddest women in professional wrestling today. This could get ugly, folks. This could get ugly real fast. The winner of this will be known as the first ever ECW Women's World Champion, who will start the series with all the glory and fame, who will make history. All three of these women are making history in their own right, competing in this match right now. But who will be the one to take home the championship? If you're in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen, who do you got in this three-way dance? Who walks out as the Women's World Champion for the ECW brand? This crowd is already loving this, so am I. You've got three of the best in professional wrestling today. You have Roxanne Perez, Toni Storm, Kris Statlander. It all goes down right now, and already you see the tension starting from the two eliminators, the two women who won their eliminators matches, going after Kris Statlander, maybe form a short-term duo to take out the threat that shouldn't even be in the match to begin with, some would say. Roxanne and Toni so far going after Kris Statlander. As Toni Storm now grapples it out, Roxanne Perez breaks it up. And it looks like it was a short-term alliance, as now all three women are battling each other. Now Kris Statlander is facing somewhat of a 2-on-1 situation. And now Roxanne gets rid of Kris Statlander. And now 1v1 situation as Toni Storm now goes after Roxanne. The two winners of their eliminators matches going at it right now. And now Roxanne climbing onto the midsection of Toni Storm, mounted punches right to the face. And now Statlander's back. She's back into the mix. As Roxanne with another slap to the face, the disrespect, and now roundhouse kick from Statlander. And Statlander, ladies and gentlemen, is a very underappreciated and underrated talent that I feel was misused in her past promotion. But now she's in a better place, a better brand, for sure. Like Paul Heyman said earlier tonight in the intro, there's no egotistical billionaires as Toni Storm kicks out of that leverage pin attempt. There's no egotistical billionaires running this. This is strictly Paul Heyman. Strictly from the mind of Paul Heyman. So we'll see how it goes. And now Statlander looking to bring the toys into the mix. The kendo stick, Singapore cane, whatever you want to call it. And now Roxanne Perez takes the cane out of her hands and uses it against her. And once again, and now Storm leaving the ring. What's Storm going to grab here? Uh-oh, and now Toni Storm's got another Singapore cane. Now Toni and Roxanne, they're going to look to team up. My goodness. Back to the 2-on-1 offense. 2-on-1 beatdown, this time with the Singapore canes. And now just stalking Kris Statlander, and some may argue Kris Statlander deserves this for getting herself involved in this matchup, for tying Paul Heyman's hands. And now Storm and Perez once again working together, possibly trying to get rid of the threat. And now, wait a minute, Roxanne throws the cane right at Toni Storm and hits her with a face buster right to the mat. And now Roxanne Perez is on fire right now. And now Roxanne Perez goes to the top. What's she looking for here? Look out below. Takes out Toni Storm on the outside. And now fighting back and forth here. And now Statlander's back up. Wait a minute. Now she goes to the top. And she takes out Toni Storm. Luckily, Roxanne Perez was able to avoid all the contact for that. Oh man, and a gut check. Right outside the ring. But Roxanne seems unfazed by that move. And now Storm gets thrown right into the steel steps. And now Perez gets thrown back into the ring. And now, it's a barbed wire baseball bat, folks. Oh my goodness, and Roxanne right into the midsection of Kris Statlander. Taking her out. And now kick right to the midsection. And now Storm back into the mix. Look at her roll up Roxanne. Can she steal this here? There counts it, no. Roxanne able to kick out here. In a match like this, you want to have eyes in the back of your head. You want to always be watching. Always watch your back 24/7. It's not just a single one-on-one match. Not only that, there's no DQ and no countouts. You have to win by pinfall or submission in this matchup. You know, Roxanne picks up Kris again. But now Storm stops whatever Roxanne was planning. And now facebuster into the baseball bat and into the mat. Toni Storm may be in for a long night if that continues to happen. And now throws the baseball bat at her, but no! Statlander catches it with a knee trembler. Ref counts and no. Roxanne kicks out. What a vicious knee strike to Roxanne. And now, scissor kick. And now, wait a minute. Rolling senton. And now Storm back into the mix once again. Like I was saying, you gotta be quick. You gotta have eyes everywhere. Because there's always someone up. Always someone watching. And now Storm stacks them both. Takes Roxanne. Irish whips her right into Kris Statlander. Great maneuver. Taking out both competitors at the same time. And now Storm with that Singapore cane once again. And now Storm, drop kick. And now Roxanne gets back into the mix. Attacking Toni Storm again. Roxanne has been evil and maniacally plotting against these two. Taking her time, choosing her spots wisely. And you gotta think that's a good strategy. But now Toni Storm, though, catches Roxanne off guard. Oh my goodness, back suplex on the apron after putting the trash can in the ring. And oh my goodness, Toni Storm gets the trash can thrown right at her. Right as she got in the ring. And now Kris Statlander, scissor kick, axe kick, whatever you want to call it. And now Roxanne Perez back into it again. Attacks Toni Storm. And now Statlander looking for a springboard splash, but nobody's home. Both women able to avoid it. And now Roxanne going at it. Kris and Roxanne going back and forth here. Kris looking for another axe kick, but no. Roxanne counters this time. And now Storm with a drop kick, shotgun drop kick. Timeless Toni Storm looking to get fired up, and another shotgun drop kick. This time knocking down Statlander. And now Toni Storm, what you thinking now? And now Toni Storm off the ropes, knee right to the face. And now Roxanne goes to the top rope. Look out below. Takes out Toni again. Goes for the pin. Can she get it? And Kris Statlander breaks it up. There's such fluid and quick action in this matchup. The pinfall's being broken up, saved, so that they don't lose the matchup. And now Roxanne takes down Kris Statlander. And now Roxanne's got the baseball bat, barbed wire baseball bat wrapped around it. And now looking to go right after Toni Storm, and she attacks her right off the dome of Toni Storm. And now attacks Kris Statlander in the midsection. That weapon is just brutal, ladies and gentlemen. That barbed wire going right into the midsection. That exposed stomach of Kris Statlander being all torn up. by the baseball bat. And now, oh no, Pop Rocks on the barbed wire bat. Ref counts. Is that it? Toni stops it at 2.5. The drama is insane. Toni saves the day. And now Toni, fisherman suplex. Shades of Hall of Famer, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. R.I.P. to him. And now Storm takes Statlander. Fairy tale ending. Dropping her face first. And now Toni Storm grapples Roxanne. And now airplane spin. She's got Roxanne. Drops her on the bat. That bat being put to good use between all three of these ladies. But ladies and gentlemen, these ladies are killing it right now. They're doing great. But there can only be one winner. That's now Toni Storm. All cut up and everything, using the bat to her advantage. Looking to open up. And now, oh my goodness. Open it up, Roxanne Perez. This is not good. This is not good. Toni Storm is brutalizing Roxanne in the face with that baseball bat. And what the? Statlander's back in the mix, and she's got a door. She's got a door. What in the CZW? And now Statlander has a hold of the bat, taking out both opponents. She's really stuck in a 2-on-1 situation for the most part. Not many people want her in this match, if anyone at all. So she has the most to lose in this matchup, the most doubters. So we're going to see what happens as she sets up the door on the mat. And now she takes Toni Storm, Irish whip in the corner. And now she grabs Roxanne. She's got both of them. What's she looking for here? Look at the strength of Statlander. Oh my God. A double Samoan drop on the door. Ref counts. Is that it? No. Roxanne kicks out. The strength of Kris Statlander is unbelievable, but it wasn't enough. These three are putting it on the line, all for the right to become and be known as the first ever ECW Women's World Champion. I was whipping to the corner, and now Kris Statlander looking to use the door again. And now Statlander runs at Storm. Roxanne is down, out and hurt. And now Storm looking to try and make a comeback, but Statlander, Irish whip against the door. What's she looking for here? And now Storm, all bloodied up, throws Statlander into the door. What's Storm thinking? Oh no! Oh my God! Exploder suplex into the door in the corner. My goodness! And the DDT. Going for the pin. Can she do it? Roxanne breaks it up. Wow. Roxanne saves the day this time. And levels Storm. And now Roxanne has lost it. Perez has lost it. Perez looking again to that side of her that we saw on one of the first episodes of ECW Hardcore TV a few months back when she won her eliminators and she exposed the turnbuckle and Kris Statlander gets thrown into it. And now Roxanne gets her again. No, no, Snake Eyes into the exposed turnbuckle. Good God. Good God. And now Roxanne working on the face of Kris Statlander. That was brutal. And now Roxanne with a massive monkey flip. Tossing Kris in the air. And now grabbing Kris. No, not again. Chest first. The heart going right into that exposed steel. The exposed turnbuckle being put to good use. Oh no, no, Roxanne, no. No, not again. Once again. Snake Eyes, this time from the fireman's carry position. This is brutal. Roxanne has lost it. Roxanne has lost it. And now, calling for Statlander to get back up. Oh no! Oh my, middle rope. Pop rocks. Is that it? Oh my god, no! Statlander kicks out again. She kicks out of the middle rope, pop rocks. What is Kris Statlander made of? Kris Statlander showing she's got all the heart, all the fight, all the determination. And now Storm's back to her feet. Now she's got a table. Storm's got a table. And now Storm with a shotgun drop kick, leveling Roxanne. And Storm's like, nope. She's gonna get her ass back in the ring. Toni Storm wants to beat both their asses. Toni Storm wants a piece of both of them. And now Storm looking to attack Roxanne, this time targeting the leg. And now Statlander trying to defend herself. But Storm catches her leg. And now Storm throws Statlander out of it. Roxanne tries to sneak behind, but no, it doesn't work. And now Toni Storm, what's she thinking here? She's got the table set up. What's she looking for here? And now Roxanne trying to escape. She's trying to escape. But now Toni Storm catches up. Kick to the gut. Oh no! Storm 0. Storm 0 to Roxanne. And oh my god. Toni Storm has lit the table on fire. No. What's she thinking here? Toni Storm's all bloody. She's got the crimson mask. And she's just lit the table on fire. What's she thinking here? She grabs Roxanne. What's she thinking? She props her on the top rope. No, think about this, Toni. This may be too far. Oh no, not this. Avalanche Storm 0 through the flaming table. Holy shit. Holy shit. And wait a minute. Kris Statlander sneaks in. Kris Statlander is still alive. She sneaks in. She throws Storm out. Oh no, looking to capitalize. As the crowd goes crazy, Statlander lands the Tombstone pile driver. Tombstone. Tombstone to Roxanne. Referee counts. And that's it. Statlander has done it. Statlander has made history. Statlander, after going through a loophole to get in this match, she does it. She defeats both competitors in this triple threat. And look at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. The Avalanche Storm 0 through the flaming table is what did it. But it was Statlander who took advantage, threw out Storm, and then took out Roxanne. Kris Statlander makes history, becoming the first ever ECW Women's World Champion. She's going to carry the series on her back, at least first up, as she's the first champion. Kris Statlander making history. Well, what a night it has been, folks, but it's time to move on because it's now time for the main event. ECW World Heavyweight Championship on the line for the men's division. Ospreay and Steen, the two finalists of the tournament, one-on-one. It is live. Your main event up next.
The road to the ECW World Championship Tournament Finals has come and gone. One Night Stand 3 will pit two of the greatest professional wrestlers to ever do it against each other, all for the chance to start the series as the ECW World Champion. First up, we have the aerial assassin Will Ospreay, a true artist when he steps in between those ropes. Then we have a man who is fueled by carnage and chaos in his own unique look and style in Kevin Steen. Both have done it all over the world and have won world championships all over the globe across many different promotions, but who will be the better of the two to earn the right to be the first modern ECW World Champion? We will all find out who can climb the mountaintop and become ECW World Champion in the main event of ECW One Night Stand 3. You don't want to miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready because it is now time for your main event. It is time for your big contest of the evening. The ECW Men's Heavyweight Championship of the World is on the line as we will see the conclusion to the ECW Championship Tournament. It all started with this man. This man has wins over some of the best stars in professional wrestling. He defeated AJ Styles. He defeated Seth freaking Rollins. And now he has one more guy on the list tonight that he's looking to defeat. But his opponent is pretty much in the same exact situation. His opponent is no slouch in the ring. In fact, at his size, you could argue he shouldn't be able to do what his opponent does in the ring. But Will Ospreay is definitely, if not top 3, the absolute best professional wrestler in the world. We're going to see if he can come out on top here. Not if this man has something to say about it. But wait a minute. There's Kevin Steen.
Look, I know it's been a while, but you know our history. All the partnerships and fights against each other, but you know how much respect I've got for you.
Likewise, I very much remember when we were both champions back then, and now I'm looking to do it again.
Well, I just want you to know it feels great to be back and here in the land of Extreme. As a friend of yours, I'm pulling for you. And maybe, just maybe, if you win the title tonight, we can do battle again like before.
It's not if, Adam. It's when. It's when, because I have no other option. When I become the ECW World Champion in a few moments, I'll be ready to take on everyone who wants a shot, including yourself, if you truly insist.
Never change, Kev. Always remember, no matter what, I've got your back. And for me, it'll always be Cole, Steen, Cole for life.
Cole, Steen, Cole for life, baby.
What a blast from the past and a reunion we just saw, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Cole giving some words of wisdom and encouragement to Kevin Steen. You love to see it. And now, we await. It's time. It's championship action time. Will Ospreay's in the ring as he now waits for Kevin Steen. It's now time to see two of the absolute best compete for the championship. Kevin Steen defeated Kyle Fletcher and Finn Balor in this tournament to make it here. Tonight it finally concludes. Kevin Steen is no stranger to championship gold, especially world championship gold. Becoming Universal Champion back in 2016. Became the guy for a short period of time. United States Championship, Intercontinental Championship, Tag Team Championship. But he's looking to hold another legit World Championship after tonight. When you think of ECW, I think Kevin Steen is the perfect fit. There it is, the ECW World Heavyweight title. 1996 ECW vibes, ladies and gentlemen. If you know, you know. Let's get this damn show on the road. Thank you, Paul Heyman. Thank you to the fans for tuning in tonight. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. I know the switch-ups of the series have been kind of crazy on this channel, but folks, with ECW back, the passion is fully back this time. This is what we're sticking with. This is what I'm talking about. Kevin Steen, Will Ospreay, ECW World Title. Chat, who do you got to win this matchup? Who will become the first modern ECW World Heavyweight Champion? We're about to find out. Will Ospreay has been cited from several sources online to be the best professional wrestler in the world, and you don't need those online sources to even think that. Will Ospreay is a master in this game. He is a master in the art known as professional wrestling, but right now he's facing an absolute beast in Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen is a glutton for punishment. Kevin Steen is not afraid to go to the limits. Kevin Steen only knows how to fight. I think especially after getting that nice speech from Adam Cole before he came out here, that may have lifted his spirits a little bit. And they both responded with Cole, Steen, Cole for life. Could we possibly see them in some form together on screen at some point? We'll find out, but right now, Steen is taking a fight to Ospreay, and he just did with that back body drop. Ospreay could be in trouble here tonight if he doesn't stay focused on Kevin Steen. And now Kevin Steen with a splash, but nobody's home. Ospreay's got to do that. Got to move out the way, avoid all those bumps where Steen can outweigh you. He outweighs Ospreay. So it'd be best if Ospreay just used his athleticism to his advantage. But even Steen is athletic in his own right. At his size and weight, you wouldn't think that he could do the things he can. But oh, he can. He definitely can, and I think Ospreay knows that. And now Ospreay, springboard moonsault, but nobody's home. Steen could be looking to capitalize here, roll up. Can he get it? And no, Ospreay kicks out at 1. And we did see in the backstage area a few months ago, during the first 2 weeks of the ECW Reboot, saw William Regal backstage try to recruit Will Ospreay to some sort of alliance. We'll have to see if Will Ospreay accepts William Regal's offer within the coming weeks, but nobody's home. I don't think he's going to be focused on William Regal in this matchup. I think he's got to stay focused on Kevin Steen. As Ospreay now looking for Steen to get up. And now Ospreay, springboard, phenomenal form attempt, but nobody's home. Shout out to AJ Styles. Seems like Ospreay still has a good amount of respect for the Phenomenal One. They had an epic match a few weeks back on ECW Hardcore TV, but Kevin Steen may have Ospreay's number here tonight, but it is a little back and forth here so far. I'd say it's about 50-50. Both men have gotten in a fair share of blows in so far. And now Steen, though, looking for a stinger splash, but nobody's home. And now Ospreay, springboard moonsault. Catches Steen this time. Steen couldn't move out the way this time around. Now Ospreay with a kick right to the face. Levels Steen. And now springboard moonsault, this time in the corner to a downed opponent. Is that it? And Steen kicks out. Yeah, Ospreay is definitely a very athletic specimen. Quite possibly the best wrestler in the world. If not one, he's definitely top 3. And you just can't deny that. The man has busted his ass, but so has Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen looking to get back to relevancy here tonight. And now Steen stopping a mud hole in the chest of Ospreay. Steen providing some good offense here in the early going. And remember, Steen is willing to go to the limits, especially in a matchup like this. Someone's going to have to come up clutch in this matchup. As this is already very back and forth, excuse me. And now Steen looking to strike Ospreay with the chops. And now takes Ospreay, throws him to the ropes. What's Steen looking for here? And now Ospreay, though, counters. Oh, it looked like a suicide dive attempt. And now springboard 450. Springboard 450. Is that it? Can he do it? No. Steen with a strong kick out of 2. You're going to have to do a lot more to keep a guy like Steen down. But you can already see the damage being applied to both these men. Both these men already putting in a good amount of damage on each other. And now Ospreay out the ropes. Look out below, but no. Steen counters with a clothesline. Steen counters with a clothesline. And now Steen's back in the ring. And now off the ropes. And now Steen, oh my goodness. Flips over. Taking out Ospreay on the floor below. Steen going crazy right now. And I'd say this crowd is 50-50. They love both these guys, and as do I. And I'm sure you guys in the chat love both these guys. It's tough to pick. Which is why whoever loses is going to experience true heartbreak. But I'm sure it's out of respect. And now Ospreay, though, look at intercept as Steen goes to the top and a missile drop kick off the top. Kevin Steen is laser focused. He is focused. And over the years, we've seen Steen show signs of desperation. It seems like Steen is willing to do whatever it takes at times to win the title. But Ospreay is also, in his own right, a guy you shouldn't take lightly. You know, Ospreay calling for Kevin to get back to his feet. And look out, corkscrew moonsault to the outside. This time with a suicide dive variation that Steen countered moments ago. This time, Ospreay was able to land it. Now back into the ring they go. And Ospreay, oh my goodness. Kick right to the side of the head. Goes for the cover. Is that it? No. Steen kicks out. Ospreay's got to stay ahead of the offense here. Now runs at him, looking for an Os cutter, but nobody's home. Steen dodges. And now Steen looking to make a comeback into this matchup, looking to gain some momentum. Super kick to Will. He takes down Ospreay. What's next? And now, oh no. He's got Ospreay all stretched up, balled up. Oh no, Steenizer. If you know, you know. But no, it wasn't enough. A classic maneuver in the arsenal of Kevin Steen, but it was not enough. And now Frog Splash, but nobody's home. Frog Splash, but Will moves out the way. And now Ospreay grabs Steen. Oh no. Styles clash out. AJ Styles. Will goes for the cover. Steen stays alive. What a sequence. These two putting it on the line here. And now Ospreay going to the top. What's he looking for here? Corkscrew, moonsault, but nobody's home. A receipt from a few moments ago. Stunner! Stunner! Stunner by Steen. Is that it? No! Ospreay kicks out. Wow. This crowd's going crazy. What a main event this is becoming. What a main event this has been. And now, Ospreay and Steen growing tired. The fatigue is setting in. The stamina is going lower and lower. And now trading blows back and forth. These two both want it, but who wants it more? Who wants the ECW World title more? Who will be able to call themselves ECW World Champion when this is all said and done? Trading blows back and forth, and now here we go. It's a hockey fight right here in the Hammerstein Ballroom. These two going at it, and now looking for another stunner, but no. And now Ospreay kicks Steen, and look at how he landed. Look at the showcase of athleticism. Wow. And now look at Will rolling off him, flipping through, and he takes the head scissor takedown into a drop kick. What an array of athleticism this is. Ospreay is fired up. What's Ospreay looking for here? Ospreay looking to gain momentum. Looking to charge up with the ropes. And now runs at Steen. And now look at Ospreay. Os cutter. Os cutter to Steen. Ref counts. Has he done it? And no, he hasn't. Steen stays alive. Steen trying to live up to his moniker, which is Kill Steen Kill. And oh no. Ospreay setting up, looking for the hidden blade, but no. Steen counters, and he lays him out with a lariat. Steen able to duck and dodge the hidden blade attempt. And now Steen taking Ospreay, and oh no. Steen, I saw something in his eyes that I don't think I liked. Steen looking to live up to his moniker, Kill Steen Kill. Oh no, he's going into killer mode. Looking for an apron bomb. Picks up Ospreay, but no. Ospreay struggling. Ospreay gets out of it and avoids the apron bomb. Ospreay avoids it. And now Ospreay goes to the top. Ospreay looking for a senton, but no. Steen moves out the way. Steen able to counter again. And what's Steen looking for here? Into the corner. And now kicks him down. And now Cannonball. KO, Cannonball. And now wait a minute. That's William Regal. William Regal was recruiting Ospreay a few weeks ago. And wait a minute. What the hell? Pulls the referee out the ring. The referee is down. What the hell is this about? And now wait a minute. That's Tyler Bate. That's Tyler Bate. That's Tyler Bate. But which side is he on? And now wait a minute. That's Adam Cole. Adam Cole coming to the rescue with the last shot. Adam Cole coming to the rescue of Kevin Steen, his best friend. Adam Cole evening the odds, taking out Tyler Bate. It looked like Tyler Bate was targeting Kevin Steen, and now Adam Cole gets to him. Adam Cole's not going to let them ruin this match. Now wait a minute. That's Pete Dunne. It's the Bruiserweight. He pulls at Steen. And now Steen sees him. And now Steen kicks Pete Dunne off. And now Steen turns around. Oh my! Hidden blade. Hidden blade from the running position. And oh no! Ospreay looking to capitalize here. Ospreay, no! Tiger Driver. Tiger Driver to Steen. Ospreay lays out Steen with a Tiger Driver after all the chaos. And now, oh no. The referee's recovered. The referee's back up. And now kick to the gut. Oh no. No. Stormbreaker to Steen. Is this how this ends? Ref counts. Ospreay does it. Ospreay makes history with the help of some hands. He gets some help, but in the end, Ospreay has done it. Ospreay is your first modern ECW World Heavyweight Champion. What a match. That match was getting good. And then we got the screwy finish. What a screwy ending there. Ospreay getting help from Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and William Regal. I think it's safe to say that Ospreay has accepted Regal's offer. And now it seemingly has made Ospreay a world champion. Steen falls short tonight due to shenanigans from Regal. And now Ospreay is the one with all the glory, with all the fame, making history tonight for ECW. Ospreay gets to call himself champion, while Steen is the one who falls short. You gotta feel for Steen. Steen put everything on the line. Adam Cole even came to his defense, but the numbers were just too much. This new unit may have just started. Regal brings Ospreay to the promised land. And it looks like Ospreay's made some new friends in Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Now the world champion hightailing out of here. My goodness. Will this unit be stopped? I think this unit needs to explain themselves. But ladies and gentlemen, Ospreay is your ECW World Heavyweight Champion. Shocking finish. But it's just the truth. I guess I have to live with it. Well, folks, the next episode of ECW Hardcore TV coming to the channel soon. It's the next episode in the series. Mick Foley, the hardcore icon, will be in the building, and he has a major announcement. What will that be? We will find out. As well as some women's action. The new ECW Women's Champion Kris Statlander takes on Stephanie Vaquer in a matchup for the ages. Two of the baddest women in professional wrestling going head to head. That should be kick-ass. Also, ladies and gentlemen, not only that, but we also have some tag team action as Jacob Fatu and Zilla Fatu, after showing up earlier tonight to assault Limitless Alpha. It'll be the Fatus in action. We will get to see them in the ring after their appearance earlier tonight. Will they be able to get a win on ECW? We will find out. As well as a #1 contenders match for the new ECW World Television Championship. The winner becomes the #1 contender and gets a title shot the next week. Buddy Matthews takes on Dragon Lee. The winner will get a shot at Samoa Joe. That should be very interesting, folks. Last but not least, in your main event, Adam Cole, member of Cole Steen Cole, will go up against Kenny by God Omega in a main event for the ages, folks. The winner will perhaps be able to climb the rankings of ECW and perhaps will be able to get a future ECW World title match. We will see what happens when that all goes down on the next episode. Folks, we thought we were going off air, but we've been joined by Paul Heyman in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to speak with you all before we go off the air. I'm just so grateful to have all you fans back to witness history with this ECW reboot. As you just saw for the hype to the next ECW TV episode, we're excited for all the action to come. It's a new time for professional wrestling. We're back and stronger than ever before, with no egos or billionaires to ruin it. No billionaires that will refuse to call this wrestling. Not billionaires who like to play action figures with their company like a toy chest. Just extreme championship wrestling. We're the company where sexy women kick ass. The tough male athletes bash each other in the face whilst also having some surprises in store. And that starts on the next episode of ECW Hardcore TV, where Mick Foley will make a groundbreaking announcement on behalf of myself. So say it with me, folks. With me.
Oh, brother, come on. Not this guy again. We saw this man earlier tonight take out Byron Saxton backstage for no good reason. And now we have Paul Heyman pouring his heart out. We're supposed to be going off the air, and MJF interrupts Paul Heyman. How disrespectful is this? This is just disgusting. This man attacks our lead analyst backstage earlier tonight, and now he's out here to crash the party before we go off air. Paul Heyman was talking about what's to come, and I'm glad the crowd is letting this man know that he does suck, because that's what he is. That's what he does. He does suck. MJF is an absolute piece of shit. This man's out here to interrupt Paul Heyman. Someone needs to show this guy some respect, because this just is not it.
You've got to be kidding me, Paulie. You've got it all wrong. And even though I hate these pigs here in New York, you are lying through your teeth to all of them. I mean, not only did this pathetic brand die in bankruptcy in 2001, but the last time you ran this brand, you gave these pigs the worst professional wrestling pay-per-view of all time in December to Dismember 2006. Same thing will happen with this. Your actions will kill this brand for a third straight time. Excuse me one moment. I'm holding the microphone, New York, so do me a favor and shut the fuck up.
Now, is that really necessary?
I didn't even mention the bounce checks yet, Paulie. And speaking of, I'm already seeing that. Why am I not booked on the upcoming ECW Hardcore TV?
Because you're a spoiled piece of shit, that's why.
If you think that the spirit of ECW died in a bankruptcy court in 2001, you can suck my fucking dick!
Hey, yo, what? What is going on here, folks? What am I witnessing here in the Hammerstein Ballroom? Did I just hear Heyman torch MJF on the microphone? How can MJF possibly respond to something like that? It's over. He's dead already. Come on.
Shut up, pigs. You know, Paulie, maybe I need to beat your fat ass to get through to you.
And now, wait a minute. Oh, no. Now MJF making his way closer to Paul Heyman. MJF threatening Heyman. It looks like this could end just like the same way it ended for Saxton earlier tonight. But MJF threatening Paul Heyman. What? No way! You've got to be kidding me! It can't be. No. No, he's not really here. Is he really here? Is he here? No way. The Texas Rattlesnake. Stone Cold. Steve Austin. Stone Cold has his own history. Watch out in the barricade right there. Watch out for the fans, Steve. If you know, you know. But Steve Austin has his own history with ECW. And he's out here right now. Stone Cold making an appearance in the Hammerstein Ballroom. What on earth is going on? The Texas Rattlesnake is here. Is he here to stomp mud holes in asses though? Stone Cold is here. And he may just be here to raise hell. As he stares down MJF face to face.
You know what, kid? I don't like your attitude, and I need you to take that bass out your voice, boy. The fact is, Stone Cold Steve Austin has a place in his heart for ECW. Where do you think Stone Cold drank his first beer? It was right here. So someone ought to show you some proper respect, son.
Hey, Baldy, I don't give a shit. You better watch your mouth or you'll end up like the last time we saw each other, which was at your ranch for your little stupid podcast where I slapped you across the face like the little bitch you are.
Oh my god, Maxwell, just stop. You know who you're talking to. You're mouthing off to the wrong guy. And now Austin, stunner to MJF. Austin stuns Maxwell Jacob Friedman. My goodness. Stone Cold teaching MJF a lesson in respect. Respect ECW.
The tribe of Extreme has risen again!
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. First and foremost. And now wait a minute. Austin stuns Heyman. One for Heyman. One for MJF, and one for Paul Heyman. But ladies and gentlemen, you heard what Paul Heyman said. The Tribe of Extreme has risen again. ECW is back. It's alive and well and better than ever before. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here tonight at this event. Many more episodes to come. This series is back for good this time. NR23 is back. We are here. And Stone Cold approves of ECW. Stone Cold approves of the modern ECW. We've made history tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on next episode. ECW Hardcore TV returns, where we will have more great action in the land of Extreme. And we will also have the follow-up from tonight's show. But ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host and commentator, NR23, executive producer. Thank you for joining us here tonight in the Hammerstein Ballroom. We'll see you for ECW Hardcore TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good night from New York.